What is going on, everybody? Tactile Airsoft back with an informative video in my divings of gas blowbacks. We've had T8 systems, we had VFC systems, we have APFG, which is VFC. We had ENL, but now we're looking at Tokyo Marui here in the middle and the left. But this video is a little bit of an informative thing on kind of knowing your brand and a slight rant with Evike and the way they do their marketing, because it's a little bit misleading. So if we take a look at this first bolt carrier group right here, you'll see we have a T8 Systems bolt carrier group. There's a little T8 logo on the top there, and you'll notice it is slightly different from the MWS bolt carrier, just slightly, but it makes a difference. If we look towards the back here, you'll see a screw of sorts with a locking ring on top, and it's connected to this black piece here that kind of extends down to this bottom part where the bolt gets caught on the bolt catch. This is a T8 proprietary system right here. The top looks very similar to the new MWS's with this like recoil plate here, and then the nozzle is slightly different. It is a full rounded seal nozzle, unlike if I pull out a TM nozzle here, it has this little cut in the middle there. They also have a nice pin right here that is where your BBs get pushed so that this part doesn't break. This is a reinforced nozzle, so that's probably why the pin is there, but all the same. If we look at the bottoms of it, it looks very similar. If I pull this out, you'll see that there, and it looks very identical to this. But this nozzle inlet part right here and the back part here, this little, it's the return spring. We pull that out a little bit, held together by a little O-ring right there. On the T8, you have a screw here, and that is the biggest difference when it comes to fitting. I'm going on this rant and telling you about this for a reason. Just so you know, to remove the nozzle from the T8 platform, all you gotta do is take out this little C-clip right here, just take some pliers, pry it out. Then you will unscrew the nozzle itself by unscrewing this back piece. Because it's a spring, you'll get tension. Just allow the nozzle to freely spin with it while you're screwing it out. It also helps if you remove the counterweight in the back here and put a long screwdriver in through the back. That gets it done. So that's the T8. This right here is a TM, but we'll get to that in a second. My biggest problem is I bought an MWS platform from Evike that they said was a Tokyo Marui platform. It was all Tokyo Marui. They had nothing mentioned about T8 or any of that, so I just assumed that the nozzle and everything would transfer over to this new beautiful Terran Tactical bolt carrier group that I have. But that's not the case, because if we look at the bolt carrier that came with it, it looks very, very familiar. We have the screw in the back with the C-clip there. The nozzle is different. It is the TM cut nozzle right there. But the locking plate in the back here that extends down to right here, this C-clip with the screw on the back of the nozzle, is all the same as the T8 if we hold it together. Even the screws they use are identical. The whole top base plate is the same as the T8. The cuts in the bolt carrier are the same as the T8. Even the, what's it called? Counterweight with the little roll pins on the back is the exact same as the T8. This right here, from me looking at it, is a T8 bolt carrier group with a TM nozzle and a T8 retention plate here. That does not work out for me because I picked up a TM bolt carrier group, and if we look at this right here, I had to add the nozzle plate, locking mechanism, everything. So looking at the TM bolt carrier group, it looks very similar to the T8, except for This plate here is smaller than the TM one to fit the TM nozzle. It's smaller than it. If we turn it around here, you see this cutout here. This is one piece on the T8, so you can't put the T8 locking mechanism and nozzle into the TM one, because you'll have to either file down this piece here to make room for this, or you'll have to cut this piece here so that you don't have to interact with that. But yeah, just a slight rant. The rollers too are different. It's a singular roller right here. And yeah, this is made by DieTech for TMs. This is a TM specific. I have an Angry Customs impasse adjustable nozzle in here and a DieTech reinforced plate and locking mechanism there. So that's just one thing about knowing your brands and marketing. If you're gonna say it's TM, make sure it's actually TM. Don't make it T8 with a TM nozzle in it, because that just kind of throws off people that want to work on their guns. To further go through this, let me put these bolt carriers away real quick and pull out the rifle itself. Here we have the TM rifle itself. Just some more things. These aren't bad things. If anything, they are actually upgrades, but this is definitely a TM. Nope, can't see it from there. Let's take this other pin out, actually. Actually, no, let's not take that one out. So if we look at the trigger box itself, this is a TM trigger box. You can tell because of the bolt catch plate here. You have the Z plate right there. That's what's gonna hook onto your bolt carrier to lock it. And you can notice the gold finish on this. If this thing wants to focus, there we go. You'll notice the gold finish on this, and this is how I know it is TM, because this is, from what I can tell, the DieTech upgraded Tokyo Marui trigger box with their own Strike Industries trigger in it rather than the Tokyo Marui. But the roller and reset right there is exactly what you would see on a Tokyo Marui. Functions properly. But if we turn it all the way around here, let's see if we can get this on camera. You'll notice on the inside there, maybe it'd be better if I close it up and you look in through the mag well. Oh, not fully close it up, because then the bolt will go. If you look in the mag well here, you'll notice that that HopUp unit is not a Tokyo Marui HopUp unit. What you call flathead Allen key part right here at the top, that is from the T8 Systems HopUp unit. It's the I guess you would call it like a bottom up center rather than a top down center. It's a bottom up center adjustment there. So that is also T8 in this supposedly all Tokyo Marui airsoft gun. The buffer, if you know anything about Tokyo Marui's buffers, they come with that kind of enlarged plastic buffer. This is very similar to the T8 buffer. I actually have a shortened T8 buffer here, and look at that. They are absolutely identical, except for this one's shorter than this one, because this is for a shortened buffer tube, this is for a longer one, but they are absolutely the same right there. But I think this is an upgrade rather than a downgrade, because I don't like the Tokyo Marui plastic buffers. Let's put this back on, throw this back in here. Even the mechanism right here that holds the buffer in place, very T8-esque with the metal punch out there. Most Tokyo Maruis have a plastic one, but again, that is an upgrade in my opinion. Whew. just to compare further, I'll pull out a T8 platform so we can look at it side by side. This right here is the T8 Systems trigger box and all that goodness right there. If we get this in frame, you'll notice the rollers are the same-ish there. Slight differences because this one has the adjustable trigger and pull and weight, but functionally they function almost similar. But you can see what I see here about the retention right there, the metal square there. And if we close this bad boy up, you can see that the HopUp unit is also the same. So just a small rant slash demonstration of knowing the parts in the gun and a call to brands to better describe what they're selling, just so that you don't get slightly confused and you don't lose out on money buying more parts than what you need. That's my biggest thing is, you know, airsoft is an expensive hobby, and wherever you can cut costs will be beneficial to you so that you can then down the road buy more stuff. So if you have what is supposedly a TM bolt that you want to put into an upgraded TM bolt, you should know that this is actually mostly T8 with just a TM nozzle, and the parts don't switch over. They look very similar that they would, but I tried this plate with this nozzle and this bolt carrier. Doesn't fit. The tolerances are slightly too low and the nozzle doesn't actually move freely. Same thing with, you'll have to shave down this back piece or cut in half this back piece to actually have it fit in properly. And a lot of these upgraded nozzles only come with the nozzle, not the plate to hold it down and the top plate. So that's even more money you have to spend there. So I hope you enjoyed my small rant. I hope you learned something from it. All in all, absolutely loved it. I love this new airsoft gun, and you'll see some gameplay on it soon. But I just wanted to give you a little bit more information onto what you're getting with this expensive purchase if you're looking for any upgrade parts. And I'll have a full review on its performance, everything like that, in a little bit. So hopefully this holds you over. But that's all I have for today. This is Tacked Up, signing out.